This episode of Bradley's House Podcast is brought to you in part by our friends at HayGoodFarms.com. HayGood Farms' goal has always been to provide hemp products that improve your quality of life, and their process is really the difference maker. HayGood Farms handles your product from the dirt all the way to delivery. This ensures a top quality product every time. And all their hemp comes from the same process, from the same facility, ensuring consistency in every order. Check out HayGoodFarms.com. That's HayGoodFarms.com. And check out their incredible line of gummies, cartridges, oils, skincare, capsules, and even a line of products for our furry friends in the pet care section. The point of using CBD is to make sure that you're not putting bad stuff into your body. So check out HayGoodFarms.com. You can see their lab results, reviews, and read more about their process and what makes HayGoodFarms.com the leader in the CBD and hemp industry. We thank HayGood Farms for sponsoring this podcast and working with the Nowell Family Foundation in getting Bradley's House open to help us in our war against opioids.
What up, y'all? This is Brett Wilson from the band Roots of Creation, and you're listening to the Bradley's House Podcast everywhere you want to.
Nothing is impossible, but certain things are highly improbable. Don't think I'll meet your kind again, not in this lifetime.
Hey guys, welcome back. Come on in. Make yourself at home as you should when you are a guest in Bradley's house. I'm your co-host, Jarett Orr. She is the executive director of the Nowell Family Foundation and our host, Ms. Kellie Nowell. Kellie, how you doing today?
I'm doing really good, and I'm super glad you made it, Jarett. I'm totally going to call you out. You were late, and I almost decided to do the intro for you, but I was like, I don't know what to say. What does he usually say? He's got something really cool and great that he always says. I'm pretty sure I would have butchered it. So I'm super grateful that you made it. Welcome to the show, Jarett.
So are you saying that if maybe like the next time I am even later that you will actually do the intro? Because I can make that happen.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
I learned my lesson just by contemplating having to do it. I've been scared straight. So I'll wait as long as you need me to wait, Jarett.
Well,
I don't
Kellie,
wanna do it.
I wouldn't miss an episode of Bradley's House for the world, and I'm always excited whenever we get a chance to do one. Lots of excitement coming up. I'm really looking forward to today's house guest. But first, I know we had a really cool event that was set up in benefit for the Nowell Family Foundation. A lot of people got to bid on some cool opportunities. That was really pretty awesome, wasn't it, Kellie?
That was fantastic. A good friend on the East Coast, Jessica Cook, was so gracious to put this together for us. She handled the whole thing. She got all the artists to do the cameos and posted everything and ran the whole thing. And it was fantastic and such a great opportunity for so many people who were able to bid on cameos from their favorite artists and show tickets and festival tickets and merch and all this. So she did a phenomenal job. A big thank you to Jess and a big thank you to everybody who bid and participated. It was really, really awesome. And of course, a huge thank you to all the artists who volunteered to be a part of it. So what a great event. Thank you, everybody.
It's always so overwhelming when people donate their time or their money.
Yes.
It's so amazing to watch this thing build and grow. And we are certainly grateful for all of you. And we're grateful for all of the guests that we have on this podcast.
Yes.
And we're excited for the guests that we have today. Kellie, I can't even wait anymore. Who is our guest this week in Bradley's house?
Well, Jarett, I'm so excited to have with us today some guys that are not just great musicians, but I also feel like they're good friends. I just think these guys are wonderful human beings, talented musicians, and I'm super excited to have with us some of Audic Empire today. We have Ronnie, Bowen, James, Tobias, Jess, Leonard. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I can't forget Bradley Bowen.
Yes, I should also mention we do have Ronnie's little almost 1-year-old baby Bradley joining us today too. So if you hear some goo goo gaga in the background, it's probably James, but maybe it's Bradley.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly what I said.
Start by telling us how you guys got started.
Ronnie and I just looked at each other waiting for the other person to talk. So Ronnie and I actually met each other, I guess almost 15 years ago. We were at the same apartment complex.
That's a long time.
And we started a different band. And
Called Head Change.
Yeah, and we played for a couple of years together. And then took a little break and then started Audic Empire. So, but yeah, we actually both sang and played guitar. And we kind of drew straws on who was going to end up learning how to play bass. and
that was you, James, right?
Yes. So through the process of knowing him and being in a band together is when I actually started learning bass and everything. So, yeah.
Awesome. And Jess, when did you join the band?
Just walked out, but
Oh my God.
I don't know. It's crazy over here. But yeah, you got Ronnie and Jess went to the same high school, and so
I
you're
see.
forming Audic Empire.
Yeah.
He had him just come move over here, so because he was living in the Houston area. Yeah,
In where?
in Houston.
Oh, okay. And you guys are in the Austin area, right?
Yes.
Right on. And so kind of go through and tell us how, like, I'd like to hear from each of you how you got started in music, just in general, playing, singing, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I've always been obsessed with music. When I was a little kid, I would watch Stevie Ray Vaughan on this VHS I had, and I would just wear it out. It was live from South by Southwest, ironically.
Nice.
And I had a little toy guitar, and I would just play on that and pretend like I was playing. And my dad got me into guitar lessons at a pretty young age, and so I've always wanted to start a band. And I guess my first band was, I was in, 8th grade, and just played pop punk, like Blink-182 and stuff. And,
Oh, fun.
yeah, we were really bad. But yeah, I've just always loved music, and played everything from punk to grunge to metal to everything. And yeah, once Ronnie and I started jamming, we both liked Sublime, and so we just kind of went from there. That was the thing that we had in common musically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how Kellie and I started a podcast, actually, too. So.
How ironic. What about the rest of you guys?
well, Jess was originally a dancer and ballet.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. He's not here.
That's still how we pay for that's still how we make gas money on the road.
I thought maybe it was like exotic dancer or something.
Exotic dancing.
Maybe
Yeah.
a Canadian ballet.
Jess is back now, so he can speak for himself.
No, I'm done talking to Jess. He keeps leaving the room.
He's thirsty. Yeah, gotta get a KFC drink.
I'm all Mountain, no dew.
Jess, how did you get started playing drums?
I got started playing drums. Actually, Carver and I, our keyboard player, and I started taking drum lessons at the same time after school. His mom would take us and do like 30-minute lessons or whatever. He would do it, and then I would do it. And he lasted about 3 weeks, and then started taking guitar lessons, and I loved it. And I took lessons for probably like a year and a half, and then just started doing whatever the heck I wanted after that, and not listening to teachers. And, had a lot of fun, and then I
Developed your own style, huh?
Yeah, I developed my own style. It was very unconventional, and then I had to realize and break through the fundamentals again once I realized I needed to be a professional. And so I took actual drum lessons in college here at ACC.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Ronnie, how about you?
I was in football with a friend, and we started playing music together, and then he told me to join choir, and I don't know, I was in a lot of different sports and stuff like that, and I was always second or third or fourth the best in the thing, and then I joined choir, and I was first chair, like section leader, and the teacher was like in love with me and telling me how great I was, and I was like, okay, I think this is like my thing.
It's your thing, yeah.
It's my thing, you know. I didn't know. I was just searching for my thing, you know, as a kid, and so I started doing that, and actually it's pretty crazy because I used to sing, you know, more like Michael Bublé kind of style, like.
Oh, wow.
Like the "Come fly with me, let's fly away."
Nice.
And I wanted to be more that style of vocalist, and then I realized I don't want to dress up in suits and be like, do I have to wear that? Like, can I still wear my Vans and
Trying to stick it to the man.
yeah, you know. And so I was listening to Sublime as a kid, and I skateboarded, and my friend showed me actually it's pretty crazy because a friend of mine stole a Sublime CD out of Carver's mom's car,
My mom.
or out of your mom's car, and Carver.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's a whole serendipitous story. And it was like
Wow.
seriously 15 years to the weekend of when we met you, when he stole that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did the math. It was pretty jaw-dropping. And at
That's
that moment,
crazy.
when we drove away from your parents' house when we were going to go to Legacy Brewing to go have that show with Vana and Dante, right when we mentioned that and noticed it, we saw 2 double rainbows in both ends of both of them at the same time.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
that was in the backyard, right? Where we could see it over the.
Well, in the backyard when we were playing Badfish is when the first rainbow came and we could see both ends of that.
It was a
one.
misty day.
Yeah, and I had never seen both ends of one rainbow before, and then when we
Yeah, that's unusual.
realized that it was like
I remember that. That was pretty awesome.
Like, we all got goosebumps and sweating at the same time. It was great.
That's awesome.
It's really it's
go ahead.
really a tale as old as time, Kelly. You know, you wanted to be Michael Bublé, but just didn't want to wear the clothes. So what bands can I go with that never wears a shirt or shoes or socks? Fuck it. Let's get into some Sublime. If I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times on this podcast, guys.
People choosing to play Sublime music because of the wardrobe option.
Yeah, it was gonna be Bublé, but it went to Nowell. That's fine.
This or that, you know. I'm a black and white kind of guy.
Well, I always joke that because I am a bit of a homebody, and I would prefer to stay home. But the only reason I go to shows, I always joke, is because I can't get people to come play for me in my living room. But you guys, now granted,
just
it
'cause you
wasn't
don't
my
ask.
right. Well, it wasn't my living room, but it was Dad's. When you guys were in town with Vana, you all came over to hang out at Dad's, and just happened to have your acoustic instruments with you. And we had the most amazing afternoon. Everybody playing and singing. And that was like a couple hours. I think it was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the best days ever.
That was awesome.
Jim
It
pulled out
was-
his ukulele.
Uh-huh.
That
That was neat.
That was definitely a moment to never forget.
Yeah,
And
Dad still talks about that.
It was certainly a moment to forget about Loden at the other.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We completely forgot. We were like, whatever. We're already here. We made it.
You were late for your next gig?
Oh, yeah. We drove like 2 hours out of the way to come have lunch with you. We didn't care. We were like,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's just crazy to like see some guys from, some kids from Texas and, love Sublime. And the first time we go to Long Beach, we go to freaking y'all's house and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
we were
pretty
like, what? Holy crap. This is exactly
Don't-
what I thought.
Don't feel bad, guys. I came into town for a week and didn't leave for like 6 of them. So
Yeah.
I know what happens.
It happens. People come
We
and
all
they
live
just
at
stick
one
around. Nobody ever wants to leave California
For real. We're
until
really-
they see that we're paying, $6.60 a gallon for gas. Then they go running.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
They go running instead of driving. That's for sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
bicycles right off.
Exactly. What are some of the challenges you guys face as a band? I know it's tough when you've got different personalities, and you guys have all been together a while. How do you make it work?
I guess good music, and
And just getting more organized with scheduling.
Jen
Yeah.
Armstrong.
Jen helps a lot.
Jen,
Right.
together. That's
the one-word answer for sure.
Yeah, while
You guys
mention
know.
it-
You guys know she's a Ravens fan, right?
Oh well, never mind.
Oh man,
All right, good. Okay.
Kid who?
All right,
I
I'm
don't know.
just-
Yeah, I don't even know. We're talking about.
I don't even know who
Take that, Jen.
She's a fan of birds.
For those listeners that don't know, Jen Armstrong is the social media director for the Nowell Family Foundation and the manager for Audic Empire. And so before we started recording, we were having this just mutual love-a-thon for Jen.
We love you, Jen.
Yay.
Love you.
You're the
Yeah,
best.
you know I
greatest.
wasn't on that call.
You weren't.
Right,
We were
Jen.
waiting for
You were
you.
late.
You were late.
You were late.
Late.
That's okay. I'm always late to the party. That's fine. But Jen Armstrong knows how I feel about the Baltimore Ravens and her love for them. We talk. I'm just kidding, Jen. I love you too. You do amazing work. You're for a Ravens fan, you're okay.
For a Ravens fan.
Ooh, don't
Let
talk
it
to her like
slide.
that.
Those fighting words.
I know she has Texas boys on her side.
Hey.
That's why she
So
likes
you guys are Cowboys fans? Cowboys fans?
I mean, I like the Cowboys. Yes,
I like
I do.
cowgirls more.
Yeah, I like.
Do you know what Cowboys fans do when a light bulb goes out? Nothing. They just talk about how awesome the old one was.
That's pretty good.
I miss old Tony Romo.
I don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, we did actually. Jess and I did a fantasy league with Scart from the Supervillains.
Oh, yeah?
And they called me Auto Pick Empire.
I like
I didn't
it.
know how to do it, and I was like, just let it auto
His
pick.
auto pick did kill it though. They were all jealous because
Yeah, they were pissed.
thought that they were smarter than auto pick.
So how did auto pick do?
I mean, I didn't go to playoffs, but
Well,
I made some people mad, so
Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Perfect.
Got him like a 5-game win streak while I didn't know what he was doing. Then he figured out how to move the team around and started losing.
Yeah, I had my friend Dobbs help me. I was trying to cheat. I was like, "Hey, Dobbs, man, you know a lot about football. Help me out."
Trying to cheat.
How'd that go?
Oh, I didn't make
I'll
it.
split half the money with you, man.
What's the writing process like for you guys? Do you all come up with the music together, or is there someone mostly responsible?
Oh yeah, we James and I, write most of the music, pretty much 50-50 a lot of the times.
Uh-huh.
That's how we truthfully like the albums, and we keep it that way. Normally it's his song, my song, his song, my song, and it keeps us happy. We don't have to think about it.
And then we have probably usually an equal number of songs that we just do together. And
Oh yeah, and those are fun too. We haven't talked about those, but we did a song "Losing Your Shit." We sat down and just wrote a song about how it feels when the 2020 was happening, and we threw down a riff, and then we both kind of thought of the chorus, and he wrote his verse, I wrote my verse, and then we had James from Tropodelic write a verse. And,
Awesome.
and then Chad, who was the former guitarist for Bumpin' Uglies, he threw down a lead part, which is really cool too. And it's just so much fun nowadays with the computer and being able to send
Yeah.
and then we send all the WAV files to Howie Spangler.
we don't actually have to meet in the studio. We can, send stuff off, and everybody can kind of do their own thing. And
That's fantastic.
yeah,
But then we occasionally we write a song, like we were saying, like we'll have a song that we write all together that we just jam. But we haven't really done that in a long time. We haven't done these really, really long shows, but we'll just like back in the day we would have like 4-hour shows, and at the end we'd be like, oh, let's what's that one song? We just like jam an A and G or whatever chord it was and make something up.
the one with that riff in it.
Yeah.
We have nicknames for them, and then we just kind of come up with words slowly over time, and until we finally get it solidified. I'm trying to remember which of those songs.
Mesmerizing Money.
Yeah, those
For
two.
sure.
Yeah, so
I love that it's such a collaborative process and that you do have so many different sounds. Very cool.
Yeah, there's no, that's the thing with Audic Empire. We don't like to really be, held back creatively. We like to just express ourselves, any way we can. And we got into the reggae world, but we also play, rock, and we get into rap. And we did the song with Baby Bash earlier this year, who he's the guy that did the the Sugar Sugar song and Cyclone. And
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy because he's like Houston. I mean, he's a huge star everywhere, but just knowing these Houston legends and from us coming from around the area, it was just humongous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I went to the studio the other day and saw Paul Wall, and we did a song with him. And it's just so different music. I mean, they're like, it's just like hardcore Houston rap, and then
Nice.
mixed with us dudes playing reggae, and it's just like a cool sound that I'm really excited and happy that we tapped into before a lot of people mix rap and hip hop. I mean, hip hop and reggae.
Right.
But not Houston hip hop. And that's it's just a different kind of like gangster style.
When you guys definitely have your own sound, right? Your Texas reggae. It's not your typical reggae, which is I think is really great.
Yeah, we always call it blues rock reggae.
There you
But then
go.
we throw hip hop in there, so now we have to have it.
Our genre name would get way too long if we.
Yeah, that's too much. Too much. So how did you guys all keep from losing your shit during COVID?
Music.
Writing.
Yeah.
We got to put down 17 songs or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And we did that with Howie flew in, and we built a studio. James and Jess really built it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
At our friend's house, he just let us. He bought all the materials and then just said do whatever, and we kind of converted a big portion of the house into a studio.
Oh wow.
We were able to fly Howie from
Ballyhoo. Yes.
Get tracking. So we had a deadline and we made it happen. So
good.
But we stayed busy. It was a very busy year for us.
Yeah,
we weren't playing
playing
shows. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a good way to keep your sanity.
Houston was a hotbed. Now I'm a little older than you guys, all right, but back in my day, which was a Wednesday, by the way, back in my day, Houston had a huge rap scene. Rap-A-Lot Records was out of Houston, and they had like Scarface and the Ghetto Boys, and even like Juvenile for a while, and Devin the Dude, and
we're about to build Devin the Dude.
Bushwick Bill jumped on stage with us quite a few times too.
Yeah. So Houston was a huge R&B, or excuse me, a huge hip hop and rap scene in the late '80s into the mid '90s.
Yeah, and that's kind of when we grew up.
It kept going into the 2000s too. Slim Thug and Paul Wall and Bun B and all the DJ Screw and all Chameleonaire.
Dude, it's crazy too. Like, some people don't know these names of like Zero and stuff. They're like my favorite.
Who don't know Zero?
Do you guys know Zero?
You guys don't know Zero.
You need to look him up.
And for everyone listening, that is Z-R-O.
Yes. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Jarett, you're so hip.
Hell yeah, dude. You're cool, man.
Now you see why I keep him around.
Heck yeah.
Check it out.
I got a little street cred.
Yeah, street cred. Yeah, exactly.
You just did bumped up 2 XP in your street cred.
Dude, that's how we felt when we did these songs with Baby Bash and Paul Wall. We're like, dude, we just got like street cred. Like,
Nice.
But it's fun. James even did a verse. It was so cool.
Really?
It was so cool to be in the studio and like, I mean, when we go in the studio, it's just us. We do not want other people in the studio, but this way it was, it was Baby Bash's studio, so we didn't really have a say so. And like all these gangster dudes are chilling, like had styrofoam cups and chains on and smoking blunts, and they're chilling and just like watching us perform.
Whoa.
We're like, oh god, okay, this is one take. We're with the big dogs here. Like we got to nail it, dude. And James walked off and wrote his verse and came back and just like smashed it. It was really
nice.
I listened to that song like probably 30 times too before we came to practice the next day, and I thought it was just one of Baby Bash's like gangster friends. I didn't even know it was.
he went full character.
I did, yeah. I thought it was like this black dude from Houston that was one of Baby Bash's friends that sounded super gangster, and James just like went full persona like Houston mode.
Wow.
Backwoods in the ashtray. I love that. I love that verse.
Man of many talents.
It's my favorite. Don't tell Baby Bash.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Baby Bash is an avid listener to Bradley's house. So if
Yes,
you want
so I'm
us-
sure he'll hear.
Yeah, if you want us to
He
cut
might.
that out, we'll
Well,
talk
it's
after.
hot, babe, you know, hush.
Dude, he's like such a down to earth guy though. He like
Oh, it's so cool.
literally rolled us a joint as we left. He was like, here's a joint. Damn. And, like, it's so cool. It was like 100% collaboration. Like, no, we didn't have to like pay for it or do anything like that. You know, that's just like a real collaboration. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. And I value that a lot. You know, we didn't just pay for a feature. We got to collaborate with an artist that we truly admire.
That's awesome. It's awesome when stuff works out that way.
Yeah. Blessings, you know?
So what do you guys have coming up next? You working on some new music?
So much.
Yeah, we have
We have a busy
We have a
Monday.
problem where we have too many songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got a few more tracks that we previously recorded, and we're getting kind of working out everything on, and then we'll be dropping that with all of our previous singles that have come out the last year, and put them together onto an album. So
Fantastic. I look forward to that.
and then we're getting ready to keep going and recording more songs. So
We realized that we can have a fully functioning studio on the tour bus now. So
yeah, our new tour bus.
It's not party bus. It's recording studio bus.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, it's very, very productive, and it is a good feeling. Raise the vibrations for sure.
Yeah, we had a very
Yeah.
good this last little run in Florida.
Good. And what's coming up next? Where are you guys heading off to?
We've got a few Texas dates to kind of finish off this run that we just did.
We
And
got Dallas Reggae Fest
Yeah.
coming up next month.
Oh, fun.
Austin Reggae Fest, like the next day or something like that. I think we got Devin the Dude and Afro Man April 16th here in the Austin area. Got a bunch of big stuff coming up. Yeah, excited.
Wonderful.
So
You guys-
earlier on in the interview, you guys both, everybody was talking about their love for Sublime. So obviously, I always sneak in my little Sublime questions here. So
All right.
a reoccurring question on the podcast is, if you were to come across meet somebody who has never heard of Sublime before, and they were short on time, they had like 4 minutes, and they said, all right, go ahead, play me a song and let me see what this band is all about. What song would you grab from the Sublime catalog to play for them to introduce them to this band?
it depends on who it is.
Yeah, man, we gotta have a 5-minute talk with this guy. I gotta see what he's into.
His name is Jim. He's a 27-year-old mechanic. He works at Valvoline. He's single, just broke up from his girlfriend, and he moved back in with his mom and dad.
To move back in
So
with
much
his mom.
backstory.
Sounds hot.
All right, yeah. Is mom hot?
Mom is a 6 out of 10.
So
Mom's
she's
a 6 out of
Kansas
10.
but a New York 4.
Yeah, all right, so we got an Office fan here. I like it. So here's the deal. There is no wrong answer. Just know that I will judge you after we get off the air.
I will judge you excruciatingly.
No.
I will dance around the fact that you bombed that answer all night.
I'm a big fan of STP. I love that song. I love everything on that album.
STP, acceptable answer. There we go. There's one.
What if you
So I never
met
heard
Jim
of
who
Sublime,
works in a
what
mechanic
song
shop
you
and
27, single, just broke up with his girlfriend, had to move back in with mom and
goes back
dad.
into his mom's basement and you're gonna save his life with Sublime right now. What song do you show him?
Save his life.
You know, they didn't say that, but like that's what would happen.
It's on the line.
I'm embellishing quite a bit here.
okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
Is that
Are
because he
you guys
left
gonna
the
make
room
me
when
Sublime
Jarett was
fans or
asking?
not? That's what it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he did. So
Yeah.
sorry.
I figure.
I don't know. Summertime is pretty
Mm.
awesome because there's so many covers and he did it so much better. And even now, it's still contemporary with Lana Del Rey, has that how do you say it?
Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey, yeah, who covered it, and I bet you even the millennials would be like, oh, super impressed. And
But that's not actually a Sublime song first, is it?
well,
Well, it is, but he
a
sampled
lot of his stuff was
George Gershwin.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's like his thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love it. I try to do it all the time. I still can't. I'm like, dang it! I didn't make other people's songs so cool.
We do a couple of good renditions of Bob Marley. I like when we do a cover. We don't, except for Bad Fish is the only one we play that's like sounds like the actual song. But when we do a cover, like we definitely make it our own. We'll sing the hook in the same melody, but it might have like a little different heaven or whatever. But it's we're gonna make it our own if we're gonna play a song for people to sing along, just because of the words.
I love that.
I say it's never time for me.
I say Scarlet Begonias. I love that song.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Don't. No, that's good for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But their rendition of it is like
So much better.
100 times better.
Oh yeah, of course.
I was gonna say Trench on Rock too, but that's from Bob Marley. Like, whatever.
Man,
But
Miguel getting a lot of love here. Miguel on Summertime and Miguel both on Scarlet Begonias. Miguel's been getting a lot of burn on this podcast lately,
He
Kelly.
is. I love that.
Hey, it's time for us to cool him down because he's
I love Miguel,
on
man.
fire. All right.
He's cool. He came up to us when we played with Long Beach Sub All Stars like 5 years ago or so. He came up and was like, "You guys are really good, man," and gave us a CD for
Oh,
His solo stuff.
Perro. What is it? Perro.
Perro
something?
Perro
Bravo.
Perro
Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Listened to that album for a while.
They're awesome. In fact, one of their songs is our theme song for the podcast.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Yes.
Last
the
ska
last-
song.
Well, that means that Miguel really likes you, because if he didn't, he would have told you that also. So I think that.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
I think we
Opie
take that.
called. It was talks about Travis wearing his capris. He's
Yeah.
like, "Where's capris at?"
He saw us the first look he took at all of us. He goes, "You all need haircuts."
Well, that's just because Opie's been wearing his socks up for 32 years and he's not used to exposed shins.
That's
what it
what I
is.
thought. That was my comeback. I was like, those Dickies are the freaking
Pulling your
highlighters.
socks are stealing all your brain blood, man. No.
Yeah, he's badass. He did our album cover for Head Change.
Yes.
Brian and I both got tattoos from him too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got the album cover tattooed on my shin, and then our friend Brian went and got it tattooed recently, two tours ago. On his
Right
arm.
on. Well, I highly recommend to anybody who's not had a chance to see you guys perform live that they get out to an Audic Empire show immediately, because you guys really are just on fire when you perform. There's so much energy and you get the crowd going. And I don't know how many times I've had the pleasure of seeing you guys, at least half a dozen. And every single time you guys bring it, and that's got to be hard to be so consistent with your energy all the time. How do you do it?
Man, yeah, it's the stage, it's the people, it's you being
Yeah.
being hooks us up for sure. So every the 12 times you've been there, like, Kelly's here. Woo!
I thought like you meant me as in just like the audience in general, but
No, but yeah, it is true. The
Just
audience
you
in general.
specifically.
Yeah, just you specifically. All the other shows suck.
Yeah, we suck at listening.
I like that answer. You just made my day.
Every show, or we will suck.
And the writer, we need a hologram of Kellie Nowell front row.
We will not perform very well.
It will be extremely mediocre.
One of these days, I'm hoping we can catch you guys when you're out in this area and you can play for one of our benefit shows.
Definitely. We'd love to.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
just throwing that out there while you're being recorded, so I have proof
When's the
that
next
you
one?
agreed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we have one coming up in May, and we haven't even announced these yet, but we have one coming up in May, one in July, and one in August is the way it's looking right now.
Nice. Well, we'll book a tour.
All right. If you happen to be out here.
All three of them then.
Yeah. Well, I'll send the dates over to Jen. Of course, she'll know because she'll be promoting them. And
Yes.
if it just happens to coincide with you guys being out here, we would sure love to have you.
Heck yes.
We'll make it happen.
That would be super fun.
Yeah.
Where you been?
Yeah, and I know the people would love it.
Yes.
You guys have an extremely loyal fan base, and that's actually how I discovered you guys. Fucking Audic Empire post just kept popping up in my newsfeed from all my different friends and people from the scene. And, like the first 11 times, I was just like, no, my dad. I don't have room.
Just wearing it down.
I don't have room for any new bands. My dance card's full. I couldn't possibly. And
Oh,
finally, after like the 300th post, I was like, I give. Let's see what this is all about. you guys are badass, and you have an awesome following, and you guys are just out there. You're popping up all over the place, which I love to see. I'm super excited to see what the future holds for you guys.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
We're definitely.
We're expecting big things. And also, I think you're going to have to start bringing Bradley on the road with you because he sounds adorable. And I think he wants to be on the mic.
Yeah, he's ready to sing.
Oh, he's ready.
He sounds adorable. It's giving me anxiety.
Cute. You don't have any that little anymore, Jarett. You're fine.
I know, and I'm like having flashbacks. It's like it's fireworks going off for people that were in the war.
Right now.
Oh, yes.
Too soon, huh?
Like, you're gonna have to put that thing to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, mac and cheese, a bath, a bed.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time. I know you're all super busy. You got your personal lives, your work lives, but I've been wanting to have you on for a while now, so I'm glad we could make it happen, and I definitely look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thanks
Bradley, we're trying to do a podcast here.
He's happy, dude.
Bradley.
He's
Right
like,
on.
Game.
Well, I
No,
love
thank you
guys.
so much.
Can't
Yes,
wait to see you
thank
again
you.
soon.
Kelly, we love you, and it's nice meeting you guys.
Love you guys. Jarett, you were late, but you're cool still.
Yeah. We'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide this time.
Oh,
Dude, the cool guy never shows up until the party's already started. You guys were the ones that were the first ones to show up.
I've been
I got
trying
my
to
entrance.
Cool.
Yeah. Jess is super cool then.
Yeah, he's so cool.
He's so cool at every show.
Call me Miles.
Give my love to Carver and Travis. I'm sorry they couldn't join us, but one of these days we'll get you all on together.
Awesome.
Absolutely. It'll be a madhouse. We'll love it.
We'll do it on the bus. We'll do it on the bus.
I'll never get a word out.
Together.
Oh my gosh. Right on. Well, have a great night, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Kelly, they're an amazing band on stage, and they're an amazing interview too. Although, you know, we didn't have all of the members, but that was exciting. There was a lot going on in that conversation.
There was a lot going on, but it was fun. Nice to have the whole family vibe there with the baby, and I just love those guys. They're great, and I mean it. Like, anybody who has a chance to go see an Audic Empire show, do it. You will not regret it. Really great live.
And anybody who's thinking about having a baby, just remember that you can't even record a podcast without one sitting on your lap and drooling and doing all of the terrible things that babies do. Although I'm sure that baby's wonderful. I'm sure it's the cutest, most precious baby, and I'm sure that he loves it. But
Well, that baby is named Bradley, so you know we obviously are partial to babies named Bradley on this show.
correct. No, yeah, had to be a part of the show. I'm happy that someone else has a baby. Other people's babies are okay, but I just don't want to be because then I would, and I don't.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about some shows that we have coming up. I know I mentioned in the interview that we do have some benefit shows coming up, and I can't announce them quite yet because we're still nailing down the dates, but we do have some shows coming up in May, July, and August. In the meantime, of course, our good friends at Muffin But Good Vibes are putting on a show on April 5th in San Diego, which we're super excited about. They're generously donating a portion of the ticket sales. They're doing a raffle and donating 100% of the proceeds to the foundation. So we sure appreciate them. We'll be down there with a merch table at Music Box in San Diego on April 5th. Catastro is headlining along with Cat Hall, The Resonators, Olympic featuring Man of the Forest. It's going to be a phenomenal night. Really, really great show. Also, my nephew Jakob will be playing on April 20th at the Venice West in Venice, California. And of course, as we mention every time, we'll be at Cali Roots the end of May, the 26th through the 29th. In fact, I just got an email today from the lovely Amy Sheehan at Cali Roots, just giving us all the info for nonprofits that are going to be participating in the festival. So it got me all excited for another festival. It should be a lot of fun. We'll also be at Bayfest in San Diego on July 9th. And some other great stuff coming up that I will hold off on telling everybody about so that we have some more surprises.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff that's going on there. And I know
We're getting busy.
I know I've mentioned it in other episodes, guys, but make sure you're keeping an eye out for Jakob and some shows that he is playing. You will see him billed as Jakob Nowell right now, as that is what he is kind of working on. So make sure you guys are out there, you're following it, you're checking it out, and when you see it, know that he's going to go put on an amazing show. And those of you who haven't had a chance to see Jake play recently, you got to get out and check him out again for the first time, because he is he is really just some of this new music that he's doing. It's just super exciting, guys. So make sure you're following the Nowell Family Foundation on all forms of social media, so you can keep up with all of the amazing stuff that's going on. Kellie just mentioned a bunch of it, but you'll be able to pick up more details on all of the social media. Jen Armstrong's taking care of a lot of that, which is super awesome. We had mentioned her earlier, so thanks again, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
So, yes, make sure you're following the Nowell Family Foundation. Go ahead and you can click in the description of this show. There's a link tree that Anna will put in there that will get you to all things Nowell Family Foundation. You can find out a little bit about our mission if you're not familiar. You can also find out how you can get included, whether it be just liking and sharing, telling a friend, making $1 or $2 donation, or go ahead and picking up some cool merch. In fact, I got my Bradley's House hoodie on right now as we are recording. I like to be in uniform, Kellie, is what I'm telling you. So
I love it.
Yeah, so you guys can go ahead and check that, all the merch out at the NowellFamilyFoundation.org. Now, Kellie, obviously, we're going to keep the tradition going here. Everybody's expecting a song. What's everybody going to hear as they're going out today?
They're going to be very happy to hear Don't Wait Up by Audic Empire featuring Vana, Liya. All artists that I love, and this is one of my favorites. They did it together, and it just came out so beautifully. It was from a few years ago, but I definitely wanted to turn everybody on to this if they hadn't heard it. So Don't Wait Up by Audic Empire featuring Vana, Liya.
Absolutely, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for checking us out. Make sure you check out the guys at Audic Empire. They're just doing amazing stuff. Follow them on their social. Until next time, I'm Jarett Orr. She is Kellie Nowell. This is Bradley's House. You don't have to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Something takes over me when I'm lying next to you. I can barely breathe. I hope the world takes care of me. What a shot to the heart it would mean, yeah, to see you with someone else, but that's not me. Oh, let your feelings subside. Be a water, be a pool.